If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Post Malone is about to drop his new record only a couple of weeks from now. I think it's like 2 to 3 weeks from now on June 3rd. And we've gotten a couple of snippets so far, a couple of singles as well. So today I wanted to kind of go over that. And I was, watching some of the videos and some of the material on this, and this album is sounding amazing so far. So let's look at what we got so far. Let's look at what we can tell about this new record. Let's jump straight into this. So Post Malone is releasing his new album 12 Carat Toothache on June 3rd. This went through a couple of developments that I covered over the past couple of weeks. Dre London said it was going to come out in May, then Posty confirmed it was actually coming out on June 3rd. The most recent one we have for this is back when, it's only a couple of days ago, when he announced a new single called Cooped Up with Roddy Ricch that is out now. You've probably heard it. And there he said 12 Carat Toothache, June 3rd, Cooped Up with Roddy Ricch, out now. And he also posted a cover art for this. Now, this supposedly is also the cover art for the entire record because, he started the caption with, the album. So it's not like this is just the cover art for the single. I've talked about the cover art a bit in the past already, going over different versions we've gotten for it and what could possibly be the finalized version, even though that was nothing definitive. So this is the closest thing we have as to what a sure album cover could look like. So the cover for Cooped Up might as well also be the one that is going to end up on the actual record. Let's actually look at the songs though, because this is what I actually wanted to get into, because this is what I'm so surprised by. So obviously, as I said, Cooped Up with Roddy Ricch dropped. It also got a video that I really liked as well. He's going for a very, not just like a basic rap video, but I liked some concept behind it, something he's doing right there. And I think that the song itself, the first time that I listened to it, I was a bit underwhelmed. It just sounded like, a generic Post Malone track. It just sounded like him doing this singing rap, hip-hop type of, symbiosis he's been doing his whole life. Again, just with the Roddy Ricch feature now. Roddy's verse wasn't particularly good. He's just been on like a constant decline so far, but that's a topic for a whole other day. But I did enjoy the track, and I'm enjoying it more and more the more I listen to it. I think it's really like its own mood, and if you haven't yet, please go check out the video as well, because I think that is great. We've gotten another single so far, which is One Right Now with The Weeknd, and this was, I think, I don't like it as much as Cooped Up. Now that I've kind of, come to love Cooped Up, but I get that had more mainstream appeal because it had The Weeknd on it, and the video for it is also pretty crazy. That's another single that we have kind of confirmed for the record so far, even though none of this is official, none of this is actually from first source parties, but this is kind of what we have so far. Now, what I was actually going to get into is his performance at Saturday Night Live, because he was there last Saturday, and he performed, first of all, Cooped Up, which was an amazing performance. Post Malone I never knew that he was really like there with, on stage and had that presence. I mean, he's going for a really feminine vibe now, really feminine look, and just his gestures and his motions, like the way he moves, have become very feminine. Also, that one line on Cooped Up, and I'm still that bitch, is kind of like, whoa, I was like, pause, like, what's going on? But I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to be happy with it, so I'm happy for the dude, and maybe that's a new persona he's trying to get into, maybe becoming more comfortable with himself and his feminine side as well. But that live performance was crazy already, and he also performed another song that we haven't heard yet, which is sounding insane. It's sounding epic, it's sounding grand, it's sounding, all of that, which is Love Hate Letter to Alcohol. And he performed this live with Fleet Foxes, and apparently they're featured on the track. They, were in the back in the live performance, and crazy they got Fleet Foxes on here, man. I remember listening to Helplessness Blues, not when it dropped, but like a couple of years ago, and kind of getting into that just to educate myself in music more, and that Posty is now working with them is crazy. So he got them on this record as well. So we can see every song so far that he's dropped had like a big name feature to it. So we can kind of expect that to happen in the album as a whole, getting some high profile features on there, doing, all of that. So I'm guessing that this album is going to be like a really big album and not just like some experimental type of stuff. But this track, Love Letter to Alcohol, the way that he performed this, you can see there is so much heart, so much soul in this one. it's just like him talking to the person, like to the listener, and just completely pouring out his heart and all of his mind on alcohol and kind of explaining what it's done in his life. And I don't know, I got goosebumps watching that. If you haven't yet, go watch that performance. It is insane. I did not expect this at all. So from with all the material we have right now, from One Right Now, which was okay, I was like, okay, that's like a mid Post Malone track, to then Cooped Up, which I thought was, after a couple of listens, really good and will probably take like a place in the track list that it really fits it. It just wasn't like a track that goes really hard, but it was still a really nice track. So from that, also the video he's doing, working with Roddy Ricch, and now performing at Saturday Night Live, this performance of Love Hate Letter to Alcohol just completely did it for me. Now, this is the track, this is the live performance that really has me even like 20 times more excited for the record to come out on June 3rd. I'm really excited to see what, artists he's going to have on here, what features, as all of the features we have so far are really big, like they're really high profile. So it's only a matter of, what's the next step in that. He's, not giving out the biggest features yet on the single. So what's still to come, That is crazy. And I'm also looking forward to what else he got going on there. Posty, like every track that he does, like on the new ones, I feel like haven't been skipped so far. And I was never a big Post Malone fan. Like Stoney, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, I was like, okay, that's like another, white hip hop artist that's trying to do that. But he's been going crazy with the numbers. I thought on Hollywood's Bleeding, he was tapping into a little bit more of what, was more personal, a bit more exciting, experimental on a couple of tracks on there. And I'm hoping that this just continues. This dude has been going straight up. I was very doubtful about Posty at first. He's always been very successful when it came to the commercial sense and sales, but just as like a part of hip hop. But this now, that just go crazy. This new performance right there. So as I said, make sure you go check out all the material we have so far. Let me know your thoughts on this one, because I feel like a lot of people underestimating this right now. I think this is actually gonna go really big. Like Post Malone hasn't dropped in 3 years now, and Hollywood's Bleeding went huge. And I think with the singles we have so far, this is looking even more solid. This might be his best project, just judging from the couple of material snippets he's given us yet. But of course, we're going to have to wait on the full one to come out. But that's just my thoughts, just my kind of opinion on this. I just wanted to share this because I was really excited about this, and I just saw this and I was like, yo, I got to talk about this because the more people got to watch this and listen to this. Now I want to know what you think about this, what you think of One Right Now, of Cooped Up, of the performance of Love Hate Letter to Alcohol, especially the last one. All your thoughts on this. What do you expect from the record? What features? What kind of, vibe he's going for? What's up with this new feminine vibe that he's going for? All of this. Please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.